Showtime, stop recording.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Shelby and this is my husband James. So we're going to do, for the month of May, a few different videos of how we met. So I hope you enjoy these. Okay.
She's bouncing because she's on a bouncy ball.
Yeah, oh yeah, sorry, I forgot. I'm on the ball. So if this makes you dizzy, I'm sorry. I'll try not to. But anyways, we were both on this website called LDS Planets. We're LDS, also known as Mormons, but we call ourselves LDS. Anyways, and it gave you so many people, they call them favorites every day, and different people. So you clicked yes, maybe, or no. And I had seen his like 2 months earlier, and I clicked maybe on it. I don't even know why. Well, then I saw it again, so I clicked yes, and I sent him a message. I don't even know what the message said. Do you know?
I don't remember.
I think it's on your computer. Anyways, what?
I was mostly not bothered, but taken back by someone sending me a message.
And he lived about 5 hours from where I lived. And all I could read on his, I could only read the stuff, it said where he was from, that he liked to do video games. And I was kind of like, well, I don't know. I'll send him a message anyways. But we can't play video games together because that doesn't really work. So what did you think when I first sent you a message?
Someone sent me a message. Wait a second.
Because he was in the Air Force and I was just being a single mom. And then I sent him a message and I didn't really expect a reply back, but it happened. What did you think when you saw my profile, like my picture?
It would be politically incorrect to put down if I actually told you what I thought when I saw your picture. I thought you looked good. Go to bed.
I don't remember what my picture was. Probably something weird. Just saying. I don't know.
It was... You had a couple pictures with Jackie when you first got her. You had one with our son.
I didn't have Jackie then.
You had one up with Jackie in it.
Yeah, but that was way later because I didn't get her till after we started talking. Jackie's a big black beast. She's a dog. Anyways, so he thought I looked good. But what'd you think when you read my profile?
It seemed good. I don't remember. I do remember that you sent your message on Independence Day, which is a good omen.
Oh yeah, it was. And I know that we were talking about, like, I might go swimming because my sister worked at the water park, and then you said you might go swimming at the base pool, but I don't think either of us ended up going swimming. Anyways, so we just wrote messages back and forth, and then he said something like, would you be willing to trade phone numbers or do Skype? And I was like, okay. So then, at this point, I didn't know his name. So then my little sister came over and I was telling her, and his username was a bunch of different letters, and it spelled something, but I don't remember what it spelled. Anyways, so we took 2 letters from that, J and Y, and that's what I put his phone number in my phone as, and it's still that today. So people are like, who's JY? And I'm like, oh, that's my husband. Maybe I should change it one day. But I didn't. And then we talked. And what did you think of our first conversation?
You had a lot of antics with the boy. Was it the first conversation that you slipped on a brick or something and
No.
hung up and then you
No.
back in 10 minutes you're laying on the couch?
No, that was a little later. I know I talked about my son a lot, and I thought, man, this guy's never going to talk to me again because all I can do is talk about my kid. And he didn't really say much. And at the time, I was kind of like, okay, that's interesting. But it's who he is. He doesn't say a lot. Unless you, well, he just doesn't. He's has few words, which is fine. But then he got off the phone at like 8 o'clock, or maybe a little earlier, and said he was going to get ready for bed. And I was like, okay.
This is a brick joke. It'll come back. Just
He
keep
goes
it in
to
the back of your mind.
Yes, I was like,
Don't
thank you.
explain it yet.
I won't. I was like, he goes to bed early. That's okay. Well, I have to get my kid ready for bed anyways, but whatever. So then we continued to talk. And one of our conversations, I went in my kitchen and I had this baby gate up. I had to step over it to get something. And on my way back to the living room, I stepped over it and I slipped and fell on a basketball. So he heard this fall and I had to hang up and call him back like 10 minutes later. And I was just like, oh, this is miserable. Anyways, what would you like to add?
We talked back and forth for quite a while.
6 months.
We'd go through active periods, inactive periods. At some point, I began Airman Leadership School, which took a lot of time. At the conclusion of that, I realized that I was coming up on, let's backtrack a bit. There were a few occasions in which we attempted to meet each other, but each time we'd be occupied with something. Shelby went to get her dog on one time. On another time, my grandmother died, so I went back to see my family. Some other such events occurred, and eventually I finished ALS, and I realized that weekend that I had nothing going on, and she had nothing going on. And so I called her and just said, hey, nothing's going on, right? Should I come up this weekend? Okay. And so I got a popcorn tin. You know the one, it was early December or the end of November.
It was early December. It was one of those Christmas popcorn tins with the different popcorns.
I grabbed me one of those and I drove up. I'm used to it now, but at the time driving 5 hours was Herculean because I don't like driving a whole lot. I drove up there.
Should we leave them with this part?
Yeah, and then we'll continue later.
So yeah, we're leaving off at him driving up there to meet me. And really, he just drove across the plains because where we live, there's no hills or mountains. So he just drove across the plains. Anyways.
The great fruited plains of America.
Until next time, you guys can wonder.